Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. And the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are add fractions with unlike denominators, subtract fractions with unlike denominators, add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators word problems, and compare sums of unit fractions. So let's just start with the first lesson. Okay, here I'm on the grade 4 maths. The chapter is add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is add fractions with unlike denominators. Okay, so let's just start with first example, that is 3 over 8 plus 1 over 2. Basically, unlike denominators means the fractions that have different denominators, right? We have to add 3 by 8 and 1 over 2, but we cannot add until they have the like denominator. So first of all, we have to make their denominators same. Here you have 2 and here you have 8, right? 2 is smaller number. We can make the smaller number equal to 8, right? So 2 times what number is 8? 2 times 4 is 8. That means you have to multiply this fraction by 4, right? Multiplying fraction means numerator and denominator as well. Let's just multiply with 4. 1 times 4 divided by 2 times 4. So it would be 3 over 8 plus 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8. So it would be 3 over 8 plus 4 over 8, right? So you have same denominator is 8. When you have like denominator, you can simply add the numerators. So 3 plus 4 makes 7. That would be 7 over 8. So their sum is 7 over 8, right? Let's just do next example. The next example is, they are very easy. You just have to understand. Just be careful. The next one is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3. 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3. Okay, see here you have 6 and here you have 3. You can make the smaller fraction, smaller denominator equal to greater one, right? 3 times 2 makes 6. So just multiply this fraction by 2. So it would be 1 over 6 plus 1 times 2 divided by 3 times 2. So it would be 1 over 6 plus 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 3 is 6, right? So they have same denominator, just add their numerator. So 2 plus 1 is 3. It would be 3 over 6, right? So it is 3 over 6. Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, the first one is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 2. Okay, first of all, we have to make the denominator same. 2 times 3 is 6, right? So you have to multiply this fraction by 3. So it will be 1 over 6 plus 1 times 3 divided by 2 times 3, right? So it is 1 over 6 and 3 times 1 is 3, 3 over 6, right? So they have same denominators, just add their numerator. So 3 plus 1 is 4 over 6. So the correct option is 4 over 6. Here you have the correct option, 4 over 6. 1 over 8 plus 3 over 4. That's the one we did on tutorial. 1 over 8 plus 3 over 4. So you have to make the denominator equal to 8, right? So 4 times 2 is 8. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. 1 over 8 plus 3 times 2 divided by 4 times 2. So you have 1 over 8, 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 2 is 8, right? So they have same denominators, just add their numerator. So 1 plus 6 is 7. So it would be 7 over 8. The correct option is 7 over 8. Okay, the next one is 1 over 10 plus 2 over 5. 1 over 10 plus 2 over 5. Okay, 5 times 2 makes 10, right? So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. It would be 2 times 2 divided by 5 times 2. So here you have 1 over 10. 2 times 2 is 4 and 5 times 2 is 10. See, they have now like denominators. You can simply add their numerators. So 4 plus 1 is 5 over 10. So the correct option is 5 over 10. Add 4 over 9 plus 1 over 3. So you have to add 4 by 9 and 1 over 3. Okay, so you have to make their denominator same. Here you have 3. 3 times 3 makes 9. So you have to multiply this fraction by 3. It would be 1 over 3 divided by 3 over 3, right? So that is 4 over 9 plus 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 3 is 9, right? So you can see they have like denominators now. You have to add them. 4 plus 3 is 7. So it would be 7 over 9. So the correct option is 7 over 9. Okay, the next one is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3. First of all, you have to make the denominator same. So 3 times 2 is 6. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. It would be 1 over 2 divided by 3 times 1 times 2 divided by 3 times 2. So it would be 1 over 6. 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 3 is 6. So they have like denominators. You can simply add their numerators. So it would be 3 over 6, right? The next one is 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2. Okay, so you have to make the denominator same. 2 times 2 makes 4. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. So it would be 1 times 2 divided by 2 times 2, right? So it is 1 over 4 plus 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 2 is 4, right? So they have like denominators, just add their numerators. So 1 plus 2 makes, very good, that would be 3 over 4. So the correct option is 3 over 4. 1 over 8 plus 1 over 2. Okay, so you have to make that 2 equals 8, right? 2 times 4 makes 8. So you have to multiply this fraction by 4. 1 times 4 divided by 2 times 4. So here you have 1 over 8. 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8, right? So you have to add their numerators. So 4 plus 1 equals 5 over 8. So the correct option is 5 over 8. The next one is 3 over 10 plus 1 over 2. Okay, so here you have 10. Here you have 2. 2 times 5 makes 10. So you have to multiply this fraction by 5. It would be 3 over 10. 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 is 10, right? So they have like denominators, just add the numerators. So 5 plus 3 makes 8. That would be 8 over 10, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just start with the next lesson. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the test questions for the lesson we did today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is subtract fractions with unlike denominators. So you have to do the exactly same thing, but now you have to subtract them, right? Earlier we are adding them, yeah, now you have to subtract them. 1 over 3 minus 1 over 6. You have to make their denominators same. So 3 times 2 makes 6. So it would be, you have to multiply the fraction by 2 to make its denominator equal to 6, right? So it would be now 2 over 6 minus 1 over 6. So they have like denominators. Just subtract their numerators. 2 minus 1 is 1 over 6, right? Let's just start with test questions. 1 over 3 minus 1 over 6. Okay, so first of all, you have to make the denominator same. Here you have 3 and here you have 6. 3 times 2 makes 6. So you can multiply this fraction by 2. So it would be 1 over 2 times 3 over 2 minus 1 over 6, right? So 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. It would be 2 over 6 minus 1 over 6, right? So the denominator is 6. Just subtract the numerator. 2 minus 1 is 1 over 6. So the correct option is 1 over 6. So the correct option is 1 over 6. The next one is 2 by 5 minus 3 by 10. So which is the correct option? You can see you are given two of the options. They are 4 over 7 and 1 over 10. Great, but you have to do them on your notebook and you can just write down the answers here, right? So 2 by 5 minus 3 by 10 equals, which is the correct option? 4 by 7 or 1 by 10? You can see the greater denominator is 10, right? That means you have to make the smaller also equal to 10. So the correct option would be the one that have the denominator 10, right? So it would be 1 over 10. You can solve also. You have 4 by 10 minus 3 by 10. When you multiply the fraction by 2, it would be 4 over 10 minus 3 over 10. So 4 minus 3 is 1 over 10. The correct option is 1 over 10. Okay, the next one is subtract 7 over 8 minus 3 over 4. Okay, let's just do 7 over 8 minus 3 over 8. 7 over 8 minus 3 over 4. 7 over 8 minus 3 over 4, right? So 4 times 2 makes 8. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2, right? So it would be 7 over 8 minus 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 2 is 8. They have like denominators, just subtract their numerators. So 7 minus 6 is 1, that would be 1 over 8. It would be 1 over 8. The next one is 2 over 3 minus 5 over 9. The next one is 2 by 3 minus 5 by 9. Okay, so first of all, you have to make their denominators same. 3 times 3 equals 9. So let's just multiply this fraction by 3. It would be 2 times 3 divided by 3 times 3. Right? So 2 times 3 is 6 and 3 times 3 is 9, right? So it would be 6 over 9 minus 5 over 9. They have now like denominators. Just subtract the numerators. 6 minus 5 is 1. It would be 1 over 9. The correct option is 1 over 9. The next one is 5 over 8 minus 1 over 2. So you have to make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. So 2 times 4 is 8, right? So you have to multiply this fraction by 4. It would be 5 over 8 minus 4 times 1 is 4 and 4 times 2 is 8, right? So they have like denominators, simply add their numerators. So 5 minus 4 is 1 over 8. The correct option is 1 over 8. The correct option is 1 over 8. 9 over 10 minus 1 over 2. 9 over 10 minus 1 over 2. So 2 times 5 makes 10, right? So you have to multiply this fraction by 5. It would be 1 over 5, 1 times 5 divided by 2 times 5, right? So you have 9 over 10 minus 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 is 10. So they have like denominators, just subtract their numerators. So 9 minus 5 is 4, 4 over 10. The correct option is 4 over 10. Okay, the next one is 9. Okay, 4 over 10. The correct option is 4 over 10. The next one is 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6. 2 times 3 makes 6, right? So you have to multiply this fraction by 3. So it would be 1 over 3 divided by 1 by times 3 divided by 2 times 3, right? So 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 2 is 6. 3 over 6 minus 1 over 6. So now they have like denominators, just subtract their numerators. So 3 minus 1 is 2 over 6. So the correct option is 2 over 6. That would be 2 over 6. The next one is 1 over 3 minus 1 over 6. So 3 times 2 makes 6. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. So it would be 1 over times 2 divided by 3 times 2. So 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 2 is 6. It would be 2 over 6 minus 1 over 6. 2 minus 1 is 1. It would be 1 over 6. It would be 1 over 6. The next one is 3 over 8 minus 1 over 4. 3 over 8 minus 1 over 4, right? So 4 times 2 makes 8. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. 1 times 2 divided by 4 times 2. It would be 3 over 8. 2 times 1 is 2 and 4 times 2 is 8, right? So they have now like denominators. 3 minus 2 is 1 over 8. So the correct option is 1 over 8. The next one is 9 by 10 minus 1 by 10. You are given two of the options, 7 over 10, 9 over 10. Which is the correct option? You have to multiply 5 times 2, right? So it would be then 2 over 10. So 9 minus 2 is 7. The correct option is 7 over 10. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So let's just start with the next lesson. The next lesson is add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators, word problems. So let's just start with the word problems. Okay, let's just start with the first example. Okay, of the pies that Trisha's pie shop sold last month, two were blueberry pies, and one sixth were blackberry pies. What fraction of the pies sold were either blueberry or blackberry, right? That means you have to add them. So the fractions is 1 over 2 and 1 over 6. First of all, you have to make their denominator same. So you have to multiply the fraction. 2 times 3 makes 6, right? So you have to multiply the fraction by 3. 1 times 3 is 3 and 2 times 3 is 6, right? Now you can add 3 over 6 plus 1 over 6. 6. That makes 4 over 6, right? You have to write the answer in simplest form. You can see here, write the answer in simplest form. That means if you have a common number that can both numerator and denominator, you have to divide the fraction by the common number, right? So yes, 2 is the common number that can divide 4 and 6. So 2 times 2 makes 4 and 2 times 3 makes 6. That would be 2 over 3. The correct option is 2 over 3. Okay, the next one is in the Georgetown's wig shop, one third of the wigs are blonde and one sixth of the wigs are brunette. What fraction of the wigs are either blonde or brunette? 1 by 6. You have to add 1 over 6 and 1 over 3, right? So, first of all, you have to make their denominator same. 1 times 3 times 2 makes 6. So, you have to multiply the fraction by 2, right? So it would be 2 over 6 plus 1 over 6, that equals 3 over 6. Also, you have to write the answer in simplest form. So you have to look for a common number that can divide both numerator and denominator. So that would be 3. It would be 1 over 2, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, the first one is in Georgetown wig shop, one third of the wigs are blonde and one sixth of the wigs are brunette. What fraction of the wigs are either blonde or brunette? So you have to add 1 over 3 and 1 over 6. Let's just add. Basically, the concept is same. You have to add like we did adding and with unlike denominators. It is 1 over 6 plus 1 over 3. Let's just add. First of all, you have to make the denominator same, right? The smaller denominator is 3. 3 times 2 makes 6. So let's just multiply them by 2. So it would be 1 over 2 times 3 times 2. 1 times 2 over 3 times 2. So it would be 1 over 6 plus 2 times 1 is 2 and 3 times 2 is 6. Now they have the like denominators, just add their numerators. So 2 plus 1 is 3 and it would be 3 over 6, right? You have to write the answer in the simplest form. So just look for a common number that can divide both numerator and denominator. Do we have any? Yes, we can divide them by 3. So it would be 3 times, just divide them by 3. It would be 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 2 is 6. So that means the correct option is 1 over 2. It would be 1 over 2. So just select the correct option and then click on the OK button. Of the pies that Trisha's pie shop sold last month, half were blueberry pies and 1/6 were blackberry pies. What fraction of the pies sold were either blueberry or blackberry? So you have to add 1 by 2 and 1 over 6. 1 over 2 and 1 over 3, I think. 1 over 2 and 1 over 6. So you have to make smaller denominator equal to greater one, right? So 2 times 3 is 6. It would be 1 times 3 divided by 2 times 3 plus 1 over 6. 3 times 1 is 3 and 2 times 3 is 6. So they have they have like denominators. You simply need to add their numerators. It would be 6. 3 plus 1 is, you have to add 3 plus 1 is 4 over 6. Right? So just divide them by common fact. Just look for a number that can divide both numerator and denominator. That would be 2. So let's just divide them by 2. 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 3 is 6. So it would be 2 over 3. So the correct option is 2 over 3. So it is 2 over 3. The next one is at the hardware store. 3/10 of the nails are 2D and 2/5 of the nails are 4D. What fraction of the nails are size 2D or 4D? So you have to just add 3 by 10 and 2 by 5, right? So 5 times 2 makes 10, right? So let's just multiply the fraction by 2 to make their denominators equal. It would be 3 over 10 plus 2 times 2 divided by 5 times 2. 3 over 10 plus 2 times 2 is 4 and 5 times 2 is 10, right? So they have like denominators. Simply add their numerators. 3 plus 1, 4 is 7. It would be 7 over 10. The correct option is 7 over 10. Brooke is knitting a scarf with her grandmother. Yesterday, her grandmother used half of a skein of wool and Brooke used 1/10 of a skein. How much more wool did Brooke's grandmother use than Brooke's? So you have to calculate how much more. That means you have to find a difference now, right? So her grandmother used half of skein of wool and Brooke's, how much more wool did Brooke's mother? So you have to subtract Brooke's 1 by 10 minus 1 over 2. 1 by 10 minus 1 over 2. So 2 times 5 makes 10. Hmm. How much more wool did Brooke's grandmother use than Brooke? Okay, grandmother used half. It would be half 1 by 2 minus 1 over 10, right? Because her grandmother used 1 over 2. So you have to subtract 1 by 2 minus 1 over 10, not 1 by 10 minus 1. You have to do 1 over 2 minus 1 over 10. 2 times 5 makes 10. Let's just multiply this fraction by 5. So 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 is 10. So it would be 5 over 10. They have now like denominators. Just subtract their numerators. So it would be 4 over 10. So you can divide both numerator and denominator by a common factor. That would be 2. 2 times 2 is 4 and 2 times 5 is 10. So it would be 2 over 5. right? The correct option is 2 over 5. Okay, an athlete drank 1/8 of a bottle of sports drink in the first half of match and another 1/4 of a bottle in the second half. So you have to add. The question is how much did he drink in all? So you have to add 1 by 8 and 1 over 4. Let's just add them. 1 by 8 and 1 over 4. So let's just make the denominator same. 4 times 2 makes 8. So let's just multiply this fraction by 2. It is 1 over 8. 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 4 is 8, right? Now they have like denominators. Just add them. That would be 3 over 8. Do we have a common number that can divide 3 and 8? No. That means the correct option is 3 over 8. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just start with next lesson. And the next lesson is compare sums of unit fractions. Let's just start. Okay, which fraction is less? Let's just start with the test questions you're not given with the. Okay, without adding, find which sum is less, right? You don't have to add 1 over 6 and 1 over 4. They have both of the fractions have same fractions, 1 by 6 here, 1 by 6 here, 1 by 4 here, 1 by 4. So they are equal, right? Because the fractions are same in both the options, so they are equal. Okay, which fraction is less? Both of the fractions 7 over 8 and 6 over 8, they have like denominators, right? They have same denominators. So when the denominators is same, just look at their numerators. So the one that has the smaller denominator is less. So then 6 by 8 is less than 7 over 8. The correct option is 6 over 8. Which fraction is greater? Which is the correct option? You can see both the fractions have like denominators, right? Just look at their numerators. So the greater numerator is 2. That means 2 over 3 is greater than 1 over 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Which fraction is less? 6 over 8, 5 over 8. 5 over 8 is less. Which fraction is greater? 3 over 4 is greater, right? Because both the fractions have same denominators. Their numerator 3 is greater, so that would be 3 over 4. Which fraction is less? 2 by 6, 1 by 6. 1 by 6 is less, right? They have same denominators, just numerator. 1 is smaller than 2, so it would be 1 over 6. 7 over 8, 4 over 8. 7 over 8 is greater, right? The correct option is 7 over 8. Which fraction is less? 5 by 6, 2 by 6. 2 by 6 is less, right? Which fraction is greater? The correct option is 5 over 8. 5 over 8 is greater than 4 over 8. Which fraction is less? 2 by 8, 4 by 8? 2 by 8 is less than 4 by 8. The correct option is 2 over 8. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we're working on grade 4 math and we're working on the chapter add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. The lessons we are going to cover today are the lessons we have covered today are add fractions with unlike denominators, subtract fractions with unlike denominators, add and subtract fractions with unlike denominator word problems, and compare sums of unit fractions. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.